Good evening. Today I want to share with you some interesting shamanic knowledge, or not only shamanic, but before I want to tell you about quite common tradition around the world everywhere. So let's say during I'm traveling, I just notice like in the different countries we have like really different really similar traditions. So let's say if we visit Middle East, before we eat something we praying. Similar tradition we have Orthodox and I don't know, any other barracks of Christianity, Baptist, Catholic, whatever. So even if you visit, let's say, Philippines, people pray before food. They say thank you, they show their love and gratitude to the Creator, they give this food and so on. If we discover the Buddhist tradition, the same thing. Monk, they read in chanting and so on. And if we go to Hinduism, absolutely the same thing. And some chanting, it sounds like, because like Tao and Tibetan and Zen Buddhism a little bit different, and now we have like so many different kind of schools like Pink, White Lotus, whatever. School of different kind of principles like true virtue, generosity and so on. So some chanting, it sounds like the monk persuade a food is healthy, is good. So he said like it's the best what we can offer, and food is really delicious, is really good for us, is really healthy and so on and so on. And by shamanic beliefs, basically I travel many places and spend a lot of time with different shamans. What they share, they like beliefs and knowledge, what I would say in different parts of the world, it's really similar. So by their beliefs, everything have information, everything live, even the stones. And if you break a stones, so basically the consciousness is totally different to us. The consciousness is split, and it's like, let's say, kind of God of all of the stones, mountains or whatever, and this kind of separate stones belong to this all of the consciousness and can be separate and all in one together. Same like water, you take a drop of water from ocean, it can be like separate drop of water and can be the ocean if connect to the all of this kind of consciousness. And as a jokes usually, and sense of humor quite, I would say, interesting, they said if you cannot understand the trees of flower or stone, it's mean you just have a lack of ability to communicate with everything around. And basically if you can like go in a really deep state of mind, you can get kind of understanding. So basically it's not a secret, like any trees can feel, can get sick. Even it's now proved by scientists, they feel kind of fear and so on, but their level of consciousness is really low. So it's really difficult to understand them. And if we take the mineral world, so mineral as well, they grow in, they can break, they can change colors and so on, crack, whatever. And their consciousness even more different, so frequencies will be way low and so on. So it's a very interesting proverb, the man was torn to the tree and he's like kind of suffering, but the reason he was torn to a tree, he asked a Creator for live 1,000 years, and he was torn to the tree, and now he have a chance for be tree. But the meaning of the proverb, so in any form, it can be live and so on. So what is my point of all the conversation? So everything alive and everything have energy. So any stone have energy what collect the information during the last 100,000 years. Same water have all of the information. So basically you can find very cool books about memory of water, whereas the water basically can come in different kind of clusters, and if you froze it, it gives totally different patterns. And so water can memorize a lot of different stuff, but we cannot decode it, cannot yet. So probably in air maybe a lot of different kind of information and so on, and in food as well. And unfortunately we live in a world when everything is poisoned, full of preservatives, herbicide, pesticide and so on, and most of food probably 99.9% it's not really good for us, but maybe if we persuade what we eat is good and healthy for us, we can change the energy of the food. And also a really interesting example for you. So it's total magic, because food is growing and synthesize not only minerals, vitamins, proteins, amino acid, only just from water, sun and sand. And in some sand, like, it's not much minerals and so on, and it's no proteins and no elements for making proteins and so on. So same like shell would staying only in 1 tank of water, whereas just water, sun and sand, and basically shells, you don't know, it's like no protein there, no calcium, whatever, and just synthesize, and it's growing years by years. So same experiment one Austrian guy made. He just closed, he put a grass and small tree in a very big glass, and just close it, totally close, and it's growing. So it's like small closed ecosystem is growing inside. It's quite interesting. So it's some yogas believe what if our body is super healthy, super clean, and on a different level of being, so basically you can get necessary elements what you need. So it doesn't matter how much protein you eat and what you eat, you can synthesize in the necessary elements do you need. So you always will have a necessary hormones you need, even if you eat not enough oils and so on. What's really difficult to believe, but also it's not many people like that clean and healthy. Same idea what people who eat prana, so they just breathing. So they say we breathe in like oxygen, hydrogen and lot of nitrogen, and after the body can synthesize to anything what we need, proteins and whatever. So basically we don't need to eat at all, what seems like something really incredible, but who knows. I read some articles and watch a video about the yogas who like sitting and they make experiment like for months, even years, and they don't eat anything, don't drink anything, and they'll still fine, they alive, even they go to toilet. So probably something come to their body through the air, let's say, but as said, they prana, they eat prana, they do the breathing techniques and collect the energy from sun and so on. But still, my point, it's not the same. So shamans, they do the same technique. They talk to the food, or pray to the food, or let's say persuade in the food, or change information in food. So basically they said this food is really good and really healthy and so on. So even if that food not really healthy, I don't know, it's really difficult for prove that experiment, but maybe all of that idea what we're praying before eating have a clear sense. So maybe people before know much more than we are now. So the food, let's say, have a certain elements, minerals, and they transfer to the vitamins, oils, proteins, whatever. So shamans, they said it's really important always be gratitude for the food. So it doesn't matter what you eat, it's grass or plants or maybe some fruits or whatever, and always need to say it's like really good, like the best food ever, really healthy, really good for us. And with the animals it's totally different story. Shamans, yeah, they eat animals, but they always say they sorry, they need to kill them because they need to survive and so on. It's really long story, I would say, and it's like really long conversation when they apologize to the animal, let's say for the rabbit, what they're supposed to eat, until they get to the point it's agreed. Of course, I cannot say how much percentage the rabbit already agreed to be killed and eat, and they said, okay, it will be good for you and you will transfer to more developed creature and so on. And like people who live in that way of beliefs, it's like really incredible. And I don't know, even if it not work, but it's way of generosity and kindness and the level of harmony you stay, you just can only respect that. But maybe again it's makes some sense, I don't know, because we're really small creatures with a really close mind, we don't know many things what's happening around. So I just want to share like a little bit of experience what I collect around the world and all of the information what might be really interesting for you. In conclusion, you can make anything what you like, let's say. And yeah, so depend where you stay and what's your religion or beliefs. Why not? Why you not say thank you for the creator, for your wife or mom or I don't know, dad who make a food for you, and just be grateful for the food. And yeah, who knows, maybe we can reprogram the food. So said, yeah, you are natural and so on, and you'll be good for me. Okay, thank you for watching, stay tuned, much more will be later on for sure.